everyone. What's good, everybody? MidMorningSol back at it again with another playthrough part to Piofiore Episodio 1926. Alright, enough of the smoldering church. Hopefully, well, actually, in Henri's bit, I don't think we have to worry about it. But yeah, folks, a little bit of a preface. Yes, this is an early morning Otome romp, if you will. This is played on Sunday morning, July 2nd, a little after 5:15 a.m. And y'all, oh my god, yesterday I kind of broke my fast food abstinence stint that I did on June, and I wanted to try that the Grimace birthday meal. Oh my god, y'all, don't try it. Don't try that shake. I mean, basically it's vanilla shake with some sort of grape flavored cereal. Like, it could be Fruity Pebbles or Fruit Loops or some shit. Like some sort of grape flavored cereal. But yeah, that's it. If you're interested, I guess knock yourself out. But the curiosity damn near killed me. Ugh, y'all, I was like doubled over in pain. Even when I take my lactate pills, I don't know what the hell it is with McDonald's shakes. They're not even like real dairy shakes. They're like some weird shit. But yeah, I could not get myself to play yesterday, unfortunately. And then also I had to like give Buddy his halfway bath before he goes see the groomer later on this month. And I had to run around after going to the gym. A lot of stuff, y'all. A lot of errand running and stuff to take care of. And then after I ate that fucking McDonald's meal, y'all, my stomach said, "Girl, why'd you do this?" And then yeah, my stomach taught me a lesson. And then I just doubled over in pain for the rest of the day. It was like, I don't know, just a weird dull pain, but folks, we here. I pretty much fasted. That was the only meal I had, like McDonald's. Well, no, that's a lie. I had some like fruit for breakfast to break my fast from earlier, but that plus the McDonald's, that was it. So that was rough. So yeah, that's why I'm playing now instead of I played on Saturday. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, don't worry, I'll put the timestamp. I just wanted to air out my little experience. If you ever had that, the memes were correct. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Okay, y'all. So without further ado, yeah, Episodio Henri. Let's get into it, shall as I choke on my spit. Let's get into it, shall we? We shall. Let's get it. I know Henri's route was kind of lukewarm at best, so I hope it kind of ramps it up. Let's see what you got, Mr. Lambert. I had no idea what that title means. It's in full-blown French, though, and rightfully so, since he is a Frenchman. I still felt nervous when talking to him. Be natural. Don't make things uncomfortable. Liliana, girl, we know you finna be the exact opposite of that. Good morning, Henri. You're early today. I wasn't expecting to see him for at least another hour. He turned to look at me from the table.
おはよう。今日は朝食の用意を手伝おうかと思って。
Okay, I appreciate you wanting to help out. Oh? Why is that?
いつも君に任せきりでは悪いだろ。
Okay, I actually do appreciate that. And he wants to, I mean, if he can cook. If he can't cook, then just clean after I cook. I'd really appreciate that. I don't think of it that way at all. He was working for me and the children. It was the least I could do to take care of all the chores at home. But preparing breakfast together, I felt sorely tempted by the offer. Take it, girl. Thank you, Henri. Well, if you don't mind. He smiled at me gently. That alone was enough to make my morning. Long ago, Henri lost his family. In his revenge, he decided the Burlone... this is early, sorry. In his revenge, he deceived the Burlone Mafia and put the entire town in danger. Yet he always made sure to warn me, to keep me out of harm's way, however possible. He was the one who saved me. Though he had been ruled for years by a crazed hatred, there was a deep sadness as well. In the end, when Henri stood alone in the burning casino waiting for death, I wished instead that he would live. The two of us ran for Burlone and arrived in a small countryside town in France. Here we began a new life, living with children who had lost their parents during the war. In the shadow of an old abandoned church, we made our home together.
Lily, ちょっといい?
When they saw that I was finished cleaning after breakfast, the three children scurried over. What is it?
ね.
Emma, who was now 4 years old, wriggled as though there was something on her mind. Hmm?
ずっと聞いてみたかったことがあるの。
The one who finally spoke out was Colette. She was 8 years old, the oldest of the three, and often helped me around the house.
アンリとリリーは兄弟なの?
What? What gave you that idea? Oh. I hadn't realized it until she asked me. Oh, yep, sorry. Until now, I've never talked to the children about our relationship. No, we're not related by blood.
やっぱり? じゃあ夫婦?
Damn, I'm in here too? I mean... Okay, Sasha, pick it up because you're smart. Sashas are smart by nature, just saying, you know, not a self-brag, but, you know, it's just the truth.
サーシャ、二人とも指輪をしてないのよ。だから。
Well, damn, Colette put me in place.
恋人同士でしょ?
Oh, yeah. Well, hold on, because like I said before, it's lukewarm, so I don't even know, like, I think the closest, the freakiest thing they did was hold hands. So, No, we aren't married or lovers. Well, that's about to change real soon. At least for one of them.
変なの? じゃあ、なんで一緒に暮らしてるの?
Yo, why the hell? Who told y'all to be judging? I know you have parents and they probably married and shit, but don't judge, especially when we're taking care of you, you little brats. Well, your questions were so innocent, yet I found myself at a loss for how to answer them.
コレット、サシャ、エマ。
Whoop! Henri called the children over in a gentle voice.
何?
The three of them fluttered over.
私と彼女の関係は君たちによく似ている。
そうなの?
血のつながりはなくても同じ家で生きている。そうだろ? それを変だとは誰も言わないよ。
It is when you're in an Otome game. The fuck? He still looked confused, but gave a half nod of acknowledgement. Henri continued, diverting their attention elsewhere.
今日は天気がいい。外で遊んでおいで。
いいの？
約束は覚えているね。
お家から離れない。家から見えないところには行かない。
The children hurried to grab their favorite toys, and in the next moment they were gone. Thank you, Henri. I wasn't quite sure how to answer that. Why the fuck aren't we lovers? Our relationship is a bit strange. Or at least too difficult to explain to the children right now.
そうだな。
I admit, I was surprised to hear Colette say lovers. They're much more mature than I thought. Perhaps the way it appears from the outside, the townspeople have mistaken us for a married couple before. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just thinking aloud again. He didn't look offended as he responded.
同じ場所で寝起きし、毎日を共にしている。私たちの関係をそれ以上の型にはめる必要はないと思う。
Yeah. Yes, of course. I somehow managed to nod in agreement. I'll go and check on the children. I turned away and went outside. We live under the same roof, that's all. There's nothing more to it than that. Okay, I was like... We did spend our days together, as he said. I was grateful enough for that. Beautiful, though. I like the scenery. But my head is swimming. What was it that I wanted him to say instead? Girl. Yes, coming. Seeing their bright faces waiting for me brought my thoughts back to the present. After putting the children to sleep for the night, I went out to the living room. I wonder if Henri's going to be working late again tonight. As I passed by his door, which was open just a crack, I saw that his room was brightly lit. There was no doubt that he was still awake. Right. I thought for a moment, then decided to prepare a drink for him and bring it to his room. Henri? I knocked hesitantly and opened the door. Henri was inside, sitting at his desk. He looked up from his work and turned around to face me. The sight of his gentle expression, much kinder than usual, left me breathless.
どうした?
I like the glasses on him, by the way. The lamp east glowed. Oh, I said east. I'm so sorry. It looked like an E. The lamp cast a glow that created soft shadows on his face, around his eyes that were like wisteria. With the light, I can read y'all, I promise. It was just funny. With the light shining through his flaxen hair, his delicate appearance almost seemed fragile. What surprised me most were the glasses that rested on his face, which I'd never seen before.
Liliana?
It's a bit cold tonight, so I brought you a cafe creme.
そうか。ありがとう。
Henri's line of work was in translation. His desk was covered in books in different languages: Italian, French, Latin, and English. I visited his room a few times, but I felt more nervous tonight than I did on that first night when I brought him a glass of wine. I can't seem to steady my nerves today. Unable to look at him directly, I set down the drink on the corner of his desk. Afterwards, I decided to... Fuck. Well, no, not really. But no, fuck. No choice. Damn it. I think if we want to get something out of him, if we want to further this relationship, we need to talk to him. Especially if it's bothering your mind. Maybe just a little longer. I felt a lingering desire to stay with him. Henri, I didn't know you wore glasses while working.
ああ、見せるのは初めてだったか。似合わない？
No, they suit you perfectly. In fact, I think they look charming.
見とれてしまった？
This is so unfair. How could Henri remain the same as always while I was reduced to an embarrassed mess? Noticing this, he picked up the conversation.
私は少し目が悪い。
I never would have guessed. Oh.
けれど、日常生活に支障はない程度だし、メガネがなければ仕事ができないというほどでもない。だから、君の気に障るようなら外してもいい。
No, I didn't say they were bothering me. Oh no, it's not that. I was just thinking. Well, how lovely it is to see another side of you. He blinked a few times.
君がそういうことを言うのは珍しいな。
But it's true. I think you look wonderful with glasses or without. When we first met, I thought to myself that you were very handsome. But back then, I suppose I was more concerned by the things we spoke about.
例えば、もしこの町にマフィアがいなければ、君はもっと自由に生きられたと思わないか？
At the time, I couldn't imagine the true intentions that lay behind those words. It soon became apparent that he was quite serious in both his words and his actions. I've tried to avoid saying things like that since we started living here together.
どうして？
I thought perhaps you wouldn't like your appearance being commented upon. Henri spoke without breaking his smile.
気にはしないよ。慣れているから。
Oh. I felt another hard line being drawn between us. I'm sorry to bother you during work. Not knowing what else to say, I awkwardly moved toward the door.
おやすみ、リリアーナ。良い夢を。
Okay. Good night, Henri. Oh, girl, I fucked it up. No. That's what she's thinking. I walked to the living room, deep in thought. We've journeyed so far from Burlone together, but we still don't know each other very well. Why ITF are we living under the same roof then? For half a year, we shared a home in France. Still, half a year wasn't a very long time. I don't even know his favorite color or book. More importantly, I don't know what he thinks or feels inside his heart. All I knew for certain was that I knew very little about Henri. His life had long been at the mercy of fate. He only survived his pain and suffering by holding on to his desire for revenge. I wish I could learn more about him, but Henri wouldn't want that. He always maintained a distance between us, which is so well for a loving relationship, isn't it? Sometimes he shows me a gentleness that takes me by surprise. And he seems less on edge than when we first arrived here. Just remembering his smile from earlier made my heartbeat quicken. At the beginning, I was so absorbed in our new life that I had no time to feel nervous, but now that we've had time to settle into a routine, it left me much more time to be self-conscious. That must be the reason. Yeah. Back in Burlone.
なんでこんなことに。ああ、俺は大して善人じゃなかった。けど神様、こんなひどい目に遭うほどのことを俺がしたか。違う、俺はただ平凡で普通のありきたりな人間だったはずだ。なのになんでこんな。
Well, all right. Yeah. Think I might have cut him off, but he was a question mark person. I placed my hand over my pounding heart and returned to my bedroom. Our quiet life in France continued. Today's lunch was quiche made with spring vegetables and carrot puree. I spread butter over the thinly sliced baguette that I had toasted to a golden brown in the oven. After lunch, Henri always helped me clean up. The children followed his lead, becoming more keen on helping out as the month went on.
Lily!
Colette called out to me just as I had finished wiping down the table. What is it?
この綺麗な布、もらっていい?
Sure, but what will you use it for?
それは秘密.
Colette giggled and hopped off to the other children before I could pursue it further. I wonder if she wants to practice her sewing. I had been teaching her to sew since our first day together, and she had gotten very good.
リリアーナ、こちらは終わったが、他に何か手伝えることは?
Oh, what a gentleman. Thank you. I should be fine. I'm just about done here too. Will you be going out today?
いや、家にいるよ。ただ、明日は出かける。訳し終えた原稿があるから、それを私に。何か必要なものがあれば言ってくれ。帰りに買ってくる。
Thank you, that's very kind. I don't think there's anything in particular that we need. Yeah, words.
そうか。
Henri smiled.
部屋に戻るよ。何かあれば呼んでくれ。
Okay. I will.
遠慮せずに。
Don't do that. Don't do that. Of course. At times like these, I was no match for him. I tried as much as possible not to bother him while he was working, or even if he was only resting after a long night's work. It was as though, Henri could read my mind when he said things like this.
リも一緒に遊ぼう。
No, Sasha girl, you gotta work. Sasha.
アンリお仕事終わったんでしょ？今言ってたもんね。
No, Sasha. Henri has to rest now because he worked all night. Why don't I play with you instead?
それは当たり前。
Girl, Sasha, don't be a damn brat. Sasha was just 5 years old, but he was quite determined to maximize his number of playmates. Oh, yeah. Usually I would think that there's a masculine and feminine spelling. I guess, well, it doesn't matter because it is a unisex name. But I thought it would have been spelled S-A-C-H-A or something for a boy. But don't be a damn brat, Sasha. Still.
リリーは最初から数に入ってるよ。だってアンリお仕事ばっかりなんだもん。たまには遊んでほしい。
Yeah, leave him alone. If he wants to play, he'll play later.
ねえ、リリーだってアンリが一緒の方が嬉しいでしょ？
Well, of course, but I accidentally let my true feelings slip. Colette and Emma seized the opportunity and called out to Henri.
ねえ、アンリー、ほら、いいでしょ？勝手に触らないって約束するから。
Okay. What the hell? I had explained to the children that Henri didn't like to be touched. It was difficult to avoid completely since we all lived together.
お願い、ほら、リリーも言って。
Oh. Persuaded by Colette, I looked up at Henri and asked him, feeling a bit like a child myself. I'm so sorry, Henri. If you could spare the time, won't you stay a while longer? We would be very happy to have you. He gave a small sigh and nodded slightly. Yay!
わかった。
Erupting in a joyful cheer, they jumped up and down as if they couldn't believe their luck.
どんな遊びがいい？私にもできるかな？
じゃあ、アンリとリリーはそこに座ってて。僕たちが今、絵本を読んであげる。
Henri, excuse me, and I sat down in our seats as instructed, exchanging glances with one another. I caught a hint of smile on his face. Henri, or that was my question. Henri. I leaned over and whispered to him so that only he could hear. I'm sorry. I know it was selfish of me to ask.
気にしなくていい。嫌なら断っている。
The kindness in his voice eased my guilt. The afternoon we all spent together was warm and full of fun. After I put the children to sleep, I went to the living room and saw Henri still awake.
子供たちはもう眠った？
Yes, they're sound asleep. It was easier to put them to bed after the day they've had. They were so excited to play with me this afternoon that they spent all their energy.
今日は少し反省したよ。今まであの子たちのことを君だけに任せすぎた。子供の相手はあまり得意ではないけれど、これからはもう少し努力する。
I can appreciate that. You don't need to push yourself. They're just happy to have you nearby. I know it because I feel the same way. Oh, Henri, will you be awake a while longer? Would you mind sparing some more time for me? Damn, girl, you're really trying your hand today. I put it to him as politely as I could, and his response came forward in a teasing way.
あんなにたくさん一緒に遊んだのに、まだ足りない？
That's... I was startled by his demeanor. Ooh. I mean, shit, it's a choice, but... Okay. It wasn't enough. I want more! I knew at this point that my personal feelings had already been exposed. Blech. I enjoyed the time we spent together with the children, but I'd like to talk together. Just the two of us. You and I. He looked at me and sighed. You don't like that? You think I'm a selfish biatch? What is it?
君は私に対して無防備すぎると思う。誤解されるとは思わないのか？
What? A misunderstanding? After a quiet moment, he sighed again.
わかった。少しでよければ付き合うよ。
What's there to misunderstand? I want this to be more than just, I don't know what the fuck this is. Really?
ああ。私は君のわがままに弱いから。どんな風に遊んでほしい？夜更かしをして私と二人で。
Chad, I can't do that. I used to though, I used to. It's not good for you. Then, my heart raced as I voiced my request. There's a book I was hoping you could read to me. What? It's in French, and there are a few parts that I'm having trouble with. Ah. Sorry.
そんなことでいいのなら。
There you go. I hate when this damn controller does that. Really? Thank you! I love listening to how you speak French. Your pronunciation is so soft and pretty. Ooh. Usually, some guys try to take that as an invitation for, to bed. It's like, dude, it's cute, the language, but calm down. Not yet. I gotta know you first. Though I meant every word of it, I still found my cheeks burning slightly.
本を持ってくるといい。私は先に部屋で待っているから。
Okay, thank you, Henri. I'll be there in just a moment. Ah. Oh, they had a double feature. Fear. As I watched her go, I closed my eyes, feeling conflicted and troubled yet again. Yeah, come on, man. We like you. I was aware of how my actions fed this conflict.
甘えることを知らない彼女を甘やかす。欲しいものを欲しいと言えるように。そうなるように仕向けているのは私だ。距離を詰められては困るのに。
Yeah, what gives, bruh? Do you want me or not? It was a strange thing.
私のせいでさえ彼女のわがままによるもので私が望んだ結末ではない。だというのに穏やかな日々に浸る間に私の心は揺らぎ始めている。彼女の言葉に笑顔に声に時折胸が苦しくなる。どうしようもなく触れたいと思うことがある。
I succumbed only when the feeling became unbearable.
彼女のことは いずれあの町に返さなければならないと理解しているのに、私は今を失うことを恐れている。
Henri? Come on, man. You can't keep this weird stalemate of a relationship. You gotta either go for it or not. We don't like being strung along. Alright. Meeting 1.
これが死刑の検視報告書。手に入れるのに随分骨が折れたよ。詳しいことは見てもらった方が早いかな。
ひどい。こんな殺し方普通じゃない。
確かなのはこれをやらかしたやつが相当イカれてるってことだ。マフィアだってここまではしねえ。
死体をこうまで念入りに壊すとは。物好きな暇人もいたものだ。
被害者は全員一般人。僕たちブルローネマフィアと直接的な関わりを持っている者はいない。何か後ろ暗い商売をしていた様子もないけど、念のためもう少し詳しく調べてみるよ。
目的を持った殺しか無差別化すらも現状では不明だが、同じような死体がすでに10体近く出ている。この町で何かが起きているのは確かだ。
I was so happy to have a French lesson from him. Even happier to be invited into his room. I hurried to my room quickly and quietly, my heart pounding in my ears with each step. Girl, calm down. The fuck? Ah, we don't get to hear it. I awoke to bright sunlight filtering through the curtains. The time displayed on the clock was much later than usual. I remember spending most of the night in Henri's, not going to bed until after dawn. Ooh. I hadn't wanted the night to. Oh my god! From the top, I hadn't wanted the night to end. Hopefully, he would forgive me for imposing on him all night. Thinking back, I felt a bit ashamed. Why, girl? For breakfast, I prepared cafe au lait and toasted baguette with butter and jam. Bread, really? And that's it? Oh, okay, I was about to say, I'm like, there's some protein up in there. We also had some whitefish rillettes and grated carrot salad with fresh oranges. Okay.
ねえねえ、リリー。
I was washing the dishes when Sasha came over with a twinkle in his eye.
今日はアンリが町に行く日だよね。
Yes, he is.
いいなあ。私もお出かけしたい。
Hey, I'd like to too. I don't know if he's gonna take us off. But Henri's going for work.
そうよ、エマ。それに、今日はやることがあるじゃない。
Ooh, what you got planned? What you doing, Colette?
そっか。
Huh? As I wondered what the children were talking about, Henri came into the room. Sasha perked up and rushed toward him.
アンリ、そろそろ出かける？
あ
じゃあ、ね、 今日は帰ってきたら特別なことがあるから。
What the hell y'all kids talking about?
特別？それは楽しみだ。
うん、期待しててね。
The hell y'all talking about? The hell these kids talking about? Henri said he wasn't good with children, but they all loved him. Perhaps they could feel the kindness in his voice and in the way he treated them.
コレット、サシャ、エマ。
And not Henry girl. Henri knelt down and spoke to them at eye level.
私が帰るまで戸締まりをきちんとして、それからあまりリリアーナを困らせないように。
はーい。
Henri stood and gathered his belongings before turning to me.
行ってくる。午後には戻るつもりだ。
We'll be waiting for you. Good luck with work. Everyone saw Henri to the door and watched him depart. Oh. Henri and I were fugitives in a sense. There might still be people after us to this day. He was often protective, cautioning us against going out while he was gone. Beep, 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 beep. Window. Okay.
マルコ、少しいいですか？
おお、ロッピー。どうした？例の殺しの件か？
いえ、別件です。最近この町で失踪届が増えているのは把握していますか？
ああ、若い女の子がいなくなるって？
はい、以前ほどではないんですが、ここのところまた増えているんです。アルカやファルチェでも。
Last year, the Lao Shu was responsible for a string of kidnappings among young women.
だが、ブルローネマフィアたちは内々に協定を結んだって話だ。今のラオ州がこんなことやらかすのはちょっと考えにくいか。
届け出た家族に聞き取りをしましたが、行方不明者には共通点があるようです。
共通点？
いわゆる美人が多いようですね。映画女優になりたいと漏らしていた女性もいたとか。
なるほどな。じゃあただの家出って線もありえなくはないのか。
ええ、特に事件性はなさそうですが、後で報告書を回します。
ああ、目を通しとく。にしても映画女優ときたか。まあ若い子が憧れるのもうなずけるよな。お前見たか？ほら、タイトル忘れたけど綺麗だったよな。メアリー・フィリピン。
Mary Philbin, the actress who played the heroine Christine Day in the 1925 silent film The Phantom of the Opera. I hope I said that. I probably butchered that last name. Sorry, Christine.
オペラ座の怪人ですか。俺はあんな女優興味はありません。マルコも仕事に戻ってください。
Yeah, Roberto is truly fuck bitches, get money. And not, you know, the way he would want, but just focus on the money part.
ったく、釣れねえな、ロッピー。
Yeah, he is no fun. I had no choice but to resume my work, but I was surprisingly unmotivated. Well, it wasn't too much of a surprise. The only work I was assigned now was pushing papers, cleaning, and other tedious business. Don't do that to my boy Marco. I hope that nothing bad happens today, and that Henri returns home safely. I closed my eyes and prayed for his safe journey. I returned to the housework after Henri left.
ねえねえリリー、
What is it, Sasha?
僕アンリの部屋に入ったんだけど、
Boy, what the fuck? Huh? I had often reminded the children not to enter Henri's room. To my astonishment, Sasha handed me an envelope.
机の上にこれがあったの、もしかして忘れ物？
I guiltily opened the envelope, discovering once that it was his translated manuscript. Oh no!
リリー、届けてあげたら？
But
大丈夫。みんなで留守番してる。
y'all some damn kids. What you gonna look after if a grown person, grown man, comes over and tries to rob from us?
アンリとの約束通り、ちゃんと戸締まりして外に出ないよ。
I glanced over at the clock. I had no idea who exactly he would be visiting today, but if I hurry, I might be able to catch him before he reaches town. Then, can I trust you all to stay safe? I shouldn't be long. There are some, oh my god, casse crottes in the kitchen. You could have them for lunch if I'm not back in time. Casse crottes, light meals or snacks that can be made and enjoyed quickly, such as sandwiches. Girl, just say sandwiches, god damn it.
カスクルート？やったー！
Casse crotte? I have no idea. Then I'll be going now. I think he might have known that he left that manuscript on his desk for a reason. So I personally would not have went out, because I wouldn't I wouldn't leave some kid under teenage age, really. And I would say like high school age. Like if they're high school, I feel okay, because they know better for the most part. But these are kids under 10. Big yikes for me.
はーい、いってらっしゃい。
With that, I hurried outside with the envelope. The children's voices disappeared as they diligently shut the door behind me. I ran as fast as I could, but I couldn't find him anywhere on the road. I arrived at the small town near our house. It had been so long since I was last here, I had almost forgotten how busy it was. Will I be able to find Henri in this crowd? Let's Bodo, I don't know. I looked around, but everyone seemed to block my view as they went about their business. I should have asked where he was going.
Liliana?
There, I found him. Yeah, like, girl, what are you doing here? My heart leapt at the familiar voice. What a relief! He looked surprised as I approached him with the envelope in my hand. You left your work on your desk! I'm pretty sure he's well aware of that. I would have looked at you, I'd be like, are you serious? Henri took the envelope and seemed to hesitate for a moment.
これは来週の分だ。
Yes. So I'm plenty aware that I left it on that desk for a reason. Oh, My face grew hot as I slowly processed the words he spoke. I'm so sorry. It was my mistake. You did need this today after all. Sasha, I'm gonna put my foot up your butt.
いや、心配して追いかけてきてくれたんだろ。ありがとう。
Damn, let me tell you something. Well, we don't know how far the town is from their house. But girl, if he took a car and you ran, you ain't never getting fat. Instead of scolding me for coming to town, he tried to comfort me.
子供たちは家に？
Yes. Yes, they're inside with the doors locked. They should be eating lunch right now. Chad, that's why I would have went berserk. He looked away and spoke somewhat brusquely.
もし君が嫌でなければ、軽く食事でもしていこうか。仕事は終わったから。
What? Yeah, I would be like, girl, get your ass back home. What the hell? Leave them kids. Excuse me. Already? But Henri couldn't have been in town for very long. Did he take a car? That's what I'm curious on. Maybe it was just a simple drop-off without any additional meetings to discuss future work. Although still a little puzzled, I responded. I'd love to go out for lunch. Oh, I thought it was a voice.
それはよかった。何か希望は？
Oh, well, I've seen a cafe. I've seen a cafe here that I've always wanted to visit.
それは赤い屋根の？
Yes, but how on earth did you know? It was incredible that he was able to guess it.
君のことをいつもよく見ているからかな。リリアーナ？
Oh, well, I searched for the right words before finally holding out my hand somewhat shyly. Can we hold hands? After a momentary hesitation, Henri accepted the hand I offered. His touch was as gentle as always. Thank you, Henri. Henri said nothing, but smiled kindly. We don't come to town often, but when the crowd was particularly big, he would sometimes take my hand. Henri probably doesn't know how happy I am when I'm able to hold his hand like this. But, are you sure it's okay?
何が？
I hadn't meant to ask the question aloud. I scrambled to collect my thoughts before answering them. I feel a little guilty now that I'm thinking of it.
家に残してきた子供たちが気になる。
Yeah, I would at this point. That too. They do their best to refrain from holding you, even though it's hard. I know it's hard for them. And here I am, unable to resist asking. I can't help, but I want to hold his hand. I want to hold more than just his hand, darling. I was behaving more childishly than the children.
君が気に病むことはない。子供たちにも君にも我慢させているのは私だ。
Ah. He squeezed my hand tightly. Henri looked at me with a pained expression. as though he felt suffering too great to share. Is something the matter?
いや、どうもしないよ。大丈夫だ。
Really? Henri smiled and continued walking, holding my hand tightly in his.
君がとても綺麗だから見とれてしまった。
My cheeks grew hot once more. Is he joking because of what I said last night? Why else would he say it? Whether it was my imagination or sincere hope, he actually sounded serious to me. I thought back to the morning when he and I had walked along the seaside together.
Asahiに目がくらんだ。いや、君の美しさに見とれていたというべきかな。
I walked beside him as he led the way, then looked up at him. Perhaps noticing, he turned to look at me with a tender expression. Suddenly, I could no longer think straight. That afternoon, we had some coffee and a nice chat at the Red Roof Cafe that I had longed to visit. We spoke about his translation work, our daily lives, and about the children growing up. As ordinary as our conversation was, it was a special moment that I would always treasure. Aww. After a short walk out of town, we came upon the old church. I walked beside him, holding a box full of pastries. Everyone must be tired of waiting.
素直に謝るよ。君を引き止めたのは私だから。カヌレで許してくれるといいが。
I think they'll be very happy. Say, Henri? That wasn't a question. Say, Henri. I slowed to a stop, wanting to tell him before we arrived home. I had a lot of fun today. Thank you. I'd be happy if we can go out again, if possible with the children as well.
Ah.
We let go of each other's hands. Wanting to ignore my own feelings, I hurried the rest of the way to the house. I'll prepare some coffee right away. Let's enjoy these with everyone before dinner. I smiled at Henri as I grasped the door handle. It should be locked.
Lilia.
What? Ooh. Huh? He called out in a sharp voice, and I realized that it was meant to stop me, but I had already opened the door. Them damn kids didn't lock the damn door. A rusty smell filled the air. I had fallen into a waking nightmare. The box of pastries left my hand, making a faint sound on the floor that didn't matter. It was all red. Everything. He killed the kids. I wandered inside this strange place. This looks like our house, but the walls were red, freshly painted. Objects scattered across the floor were soaked in red. It dripped down from the kitchen table. Colette? Sasha? Emma? The names of the children spilled from my mouth. My heart was seized with dread. The smell of blood filled my lungs. The house I left this morning was nowhere to be found. My body reacted before my mind realized it. I lost all my strength and crumpled to the floor. My stomach churned. I covered my mouth and I wasn't able to hold it back anymore. I could see more clearly now. What I saw scattered across the floor must be human remains.
Lilia.
Henri. I was trying so hard to endure my nausea. I couldn't expend any effort to speak.
すぐにここを離れなければならない。その前に家の中を調べる。君は
He abruptly cut himself off. Shit. No. Okay, wait. Let me see something. I'm going to check out the house. No, I'll go too. I don't want... No, I'm going to. I'll go too. I managed to choke out a quiet response. The children must be afraid without us. We have to go to them right away. Ooh, I'm gonna not hold myself. I'm not gonna anticipate something good coming out of this. With the way this place looks. Okay, Liliana. This blood wasn't from the children. That's what I hope too, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was the opposite. They must be hiding somewhere in this house, completely frightened, perhaps crying. Why are you smiling? Our eyes met, and Henri let me read that again from the top. Our eyes met, and Henri knelt down by my side, touching my lips gently. He wiped my bottom lip clean with his finger and gave me his handkerchief without a word. Thank you.
無理に喋るな。それで口を押さえて、あまり息をしないように。
He reached out with his clean left hand and helped me to my feet. I kept my mouth covered with the handkerchief as he led me through the room. The floor was slippery where it was red, but there was hardly anything or anywhere else to step. I proceeded as carefully as I could not to disturb what had been spilled, whatever it was. Moving deeper inside the red house, my fragile hopes were shattered. Oh, Jesus, he got the kids. The children were in my room. Henri softly closed their eyes, which had been slashed. Ew. After laying a blanket over their bodies, he bent down to the floor and picked up a bloody card that was lying there. He picked up a nearby bag, emptying its contents, and packed it with everyday necessities. He noticed a box of sweets on his desk, then put that inside the bag as well. The Gallier, this fool's gonna haunt us in this route. It wasn't long before we left the house, leaving behind the children to sleep forever. What is going on here? I squeezed my eyes shut, trying to wake up, but the nightmare still wouldn't end. Are we in Burlone? I jolted awake in bed and looked around. I realized I had finally escaped my nightmare, but found myself in an unfamiliar room. It slowly dawned on me that this was reality. Henri. My body was heavy as I sat up. I called to him weakly from the bed. How long did I sleep? He was sitting at a desk near the bed. It seemed that he was writing something, but he put it aside before approaching me. He knelt down like he used to with the children and spoke to me, looking into my eyes.
1時間も経っていないよ。着いてすぐ、君は気絶するように眠った。それまでのことは覚えている？
Yes. I tried to stay as calm as possible, but my voice was shaking. We took a bag and left the house.
近隣の大きな町に移動した。人が多い場所の方が追っ手の目をくらませられる。適当な安宿に偽名で部屋を借りた。数日はここで身を隠すことになる。
He led me through the events in a steady voice, perhaps to keep me calm. But his voice was monotone to a point that it sounded so strange and foreign. Henri? I couldn't figure out why it felt so strange to me, but his explanation continued.
君には悪いと思うが、状況が見えないうちは、私もこの部屋で寝起きする。
I mean, that's what I kind of figured. Yes, I would prefer that. I'm too afraid to be alone. I expressed my anxiety without restraint. If I can't see you, Henri, I might lose you too. Henri cast his eyes down.
慎重に探るつもりだ。あの子たちを殺した人間が何を目的としていたのか。
You best check homeboy. Your homeboy. Fucking bastard.
そして私たちの動きを今どれだけ把握しているのかも。
The one who killed the children. The red scene flashed through my mind.
リリアーナ。
Ah. I snapped out of my stupor. I looked at Henri. Check. Was this because I went out? Why? I mean, yes, but I don't want to say that because I don't know. Like, you don't need to be blaming yourself right now. I mean, it is what it is. We could just say a simple why. Just I don't know. This is what I can't read Henri like the other LIs. So why? Why? Why did the children have to be killed? I could no longer hold back my emotions. I still can't believe that it happened. I don't want to believe it. But a part of me knows that it wasn't just a bad dream. My heart feels like it's broken. But more than that, I'm angry. I'm so angry. He listened quietly as I stumbled through the feelings that took hold of me. After some time, he eventually spoke.
あの子たちが殺されたのは私のせいだ。
Oh gosh, he even knows. Because of you?
誰が何を理由にあんな真似をしたのかまだわからないけれど、一つだけ確かなことがある。あの子たちにはあんな風に殺される咎はなかった。
Damn Damn straight.
罪があるとすれば、それは私だ。
His eyes were sunken. Inside was a darkness of infinite depth.
どうしてというのなら、君は私を恨むべきだ。憎んでもいい。殺したいというならそれでも構わない。
Well, let's not get that extreme.
ただ、できれば、君を安全な場所に届けるまで。
Henri! I stopped him in a shaking voice. Henri, please stop. It's not your fault. Anguished tears fell down onto my hands. He stared at me, terribly pained, as I continued to cry. I'm sorry for shouting at you. I just couldn't stop myself. Remembering the children's happy smiles this morning brought fresh tears to my eyes. I had never before seen a murder so brutal, the murder of those I loved. I wanted to scream and cry as loud as my voice would let me. I could barely restrain myself.
無理に眠る必要はないけれど、せめて横になって体を休めてくれ。
Kinda hard to do so. Yes. His caring voice restored some manner of calm. I wearily laid down on the bed. Henri did not go back to the desk, but stayed near the bed, watching me. The strange feeling from before crept over me. In my current state of mind, I couldn't begin to understand why. She eventually fell asleep. I could see her trying to control her emotions, but her mental state had reached its limits. I don't like this music for this. I reached over and, unable to touch her, grasped the air above her fingers. My heart ached as I looked upon her tear-stained cheeks.
できることなら見せたくはなかった。あの家の惨状を。
Yeah, he called out to her like he knew something bad was in that house. But yeah, I keep wanting to fix myself to pronounce the H. Henri, what the fuck is going on, bruh? You set them kids up. I could not be sure of her safety outside. At least if we entered the house together, she could remain in my sight. Excuse me. But what she witnessed was left devastating. Oh my God. Blech. But what she witnessed left devastating scars.
覚悟していた。私が復讐を願ったように、いつか過去の業が追ってくるだろうと。だが、甘かった。
What, your homeboy from college? That he was a nut job?
私がブルローネを離れた後も、頼めば何でもしてくれるような人間には事欠かなかった。あの小さな家のことも監視させていた。見晴らしのいい町外れの一軒家。だからこそ、あの家に近づく者がいればすぐに察知できる。異常時には適切に対処するよう言い含めていた。今になってもその見張り役からの連絡はない。家が襲われる前に殺されたのだろう。
Oh wow. But how would the watchman give you the heads up? Liliana was supposed to be home with them. Her survival was nothing short of a miracle. I was grateful for her beyond words.
もし彼女まで失っていたら、私は。
I would have been broken, completely, irrevocably, with no chance of ever healing. An unfamiliar, shouldn't it be unfamiliar? Whatever. A unfamiliar emotion strengthened inside me as I watched her sleep.
君だけは必ず。
You promised a what? Nice line break.
まずは彼女のために安全な場所を確保する。
He said if we needed any help, we should seek out the church. I almost immediately decided against it.
エミリオの言葉はそれなりに真実味があった。あえて私たちを陥れるようなことはしないだろう。
Yeah, but what was I gonna say? We still don't know too much about Amelia. We got a glimpse per Orlok's bad ending, but I want to know more with Amelia. I hope maybe.
だが、峡谷のすべてが味方とは限らない。敵の懐に飛び込む結果になるかもしれない。
I was gonna say, I hope maybe Henri's route can kind of dispel some of that cloudiness with Amelia, but who knows at this point. Therefore, there was only one place I could turn. I woke up. I must have been having a bad dream. My heart was pounding. With shaky hands, I moved to sit upright. Henri? I looked around the small room. Huh? I was the only one here. I hurried out of bed, but only stood frozen. Where would I even go? I had no idea where Henri could have disappeared to. I bit my lip with frustration. Henri! I ran over to the door and clung to him. Girl, you gotta give him a heads up. I thought I was all alone.
すまない。不安にさせてしまった。
Henri gently stroked my head. I was startled back to my senses. I had clung to him so desperately, and he touched me with tenderness I could hardly believe.
電報を受け取りに行っていた。
He explained before I could even ask.
近くのホテルにも部屋を取っていて、連絡はそこに届くようにしていたから。
Who is it from?
協力者だ。もしそのホテルで騒ぎがあれば、私たちもすぐ移動する。ここはホテルのすぐ近くにある安宿だから、かえって目につきにくいとは思うけれど、慎重を期したい。
I understand. He spoke to me in a very, very soft way.
勝手に出て行ってすまなかった。君が眠っている間に済ませるつもりだったが、心配させてしまったね。もうしないよ。
Don't do it again. I mean, I suddenly understood the strange feeling. The one that had persisted since our arrival. Are you pushing yourself too hard?
無理ではないかな。安全のためにすべきことをしている。多少の疲労はあるが、まだ許容範囲だ。
Henri's tone was the same as when we still lived in the house. No, it was even more kind. That was what made MidMorningSol not read properly. That was what struck me as strange, because of what happened to the children. He spoke to them in this very same manner. Even when he kept his distance from them, the care that he showed them was real. He's still calm even after seeing the tragedy that befell them. In fact, he was calm every day that we lived in that house. Are you really okay?
君がそんなに不安なら、今夜は眠れるまで添い寝でもしようか?
Not the time, Henri. Not the time right now. What? Henri gave me a somewhat troubled smile. His expression was unmistakably Henri. But normally he wouldn't dare say such things. I looked down to hide my distress. We don't have to sleep together, but... You thinking otherwise? I wouldn't mind it. If you don't mind, can you hold my hand?
ああ、構わないよ。
Henri kindly accepted, making me feel even more confused. Even before stroking my head again, he asked me politely if he could, as though he felt his hands were dirty, that touching him was something that shouldn't happen. Why? I don't understand what Henri is thinking at all. After watching Liliana fall asleep, I returned to my letter. I didn't know how long it would take via airmail, so I entrusted it to someone I knew.
下準備はほとんど終わった。彼がこちらを見つけられないでいるうちにフランスを出られるだろう。
I noticed something at the bottom of my bag, a colorful box, the box of sweets that was on my desk. When I opened it, I found 2 neatly folded handkerchiefs inside. The embroidery on each of them was simple.
これはスズランか。
Lily of the Valley, a flower symbolizing the 1st of May in France. Muguet de Mai is a French tradition where one offers lily of the valley flowers as a gift of good luck. My fingers tightened around them. The handkerchief shook in my trembling hands.
あの子たちには本来与えられるはずだった平穏な日々を過ごしてほしいと思った。
Rather than live alone, without parents, I thought they would be happier with us, even if they couldn't stray far from the house.
それがこんな結末を招いた。
My eyes fluttered open as I heard Henri's bag rustling. He was looking at something he pulled out, not noticing that I was watching him. It was a small box once used for sweets. I saw something had been written all over it with crayon. To Henri and Lily.
それは秘密。
Aww, it was the thing Colette made for us. Aww.
じゃあ、今日は帰ってきたら特別なことがあるから。
The children made them for us. They must have poured their hearts into it. The burst of happiness I felt was short-lived, soon replaced by a hollow sadness. The cruel reality of it was crushing. I clenched my jaw to suppress a sob. Just then, the sight of his face in the dim light almost made me gasp. He was holding the handkerchiefs tightly with a cold expression. Dark flames burned in his eyes, a look of fury. Henri. I realized the reason he appeared calm even after losing the children was he was holding back the rage that threatened to burst out of him at any moment. There was no way I could speak up now. If he was trying so hard to hide his grief from me, I couldn't force him to share it. It was up to him what he chose to reveal. Discussing the children would only bring him greater suffering. I shut my eyes and pretended to sleep, even though I knew it would be impossible. Come to think of it, the box wasn't the only thing he brought from the house. What was that written on that card? Ooh, meeting too.
例の件、被害者の共通点を見つけた。殺されたのは全員カジノの元従業員。
ほう、カジノときたか。
カジノが潰れた後、この町を離れた人間も多いんだけど、その中にも死体で見つかったり行方知れずになったりしてる人がいるみたい。
なるほどな。カジノと聞いて思い浮かぶ人間は一人いるが、
例えばディレットーレが今になって部下の口封じをして回っているとでも。
それこそ今になってだ。黙らせる気があるならすぐに動いていただろう。それにあの男は今彼女と一緒にいるはずだ。
彼女と一緒に、もしくは離れて方々で部下を殺して回るというのは少し考えにくいね。もちろん人を使っている可能性は残るけど。
犯人が誰かは別として、あの殺し方は口封じが目的じゃないと思う。
怨恨か。でなければ口を割らせるための手口に近いな。
たく、ただでさえ仕事がしにくくなってるご時世だってのに、どうしてこう厄介事ってのは続くんだろうな。
I was too distraught to ask him before. If something had been written on it, it must be something for me or Henri.
Liliana, 話がある。
Several days after we arrived at the inn. What is it? I had been observing Henri carefully since the day I witnessed his rage. Since then, Henri's made sure to stay with me, save for one time, when he stepped out late at night. He left his belongings in the room, and when he returned, I pretended to still be asleep. I wonder if there's something he doesn't want me to know about. Henri spoke to me in a steady voice.
今夜ここを出る。準備をしてほしい。
Oh, something's popping. Where are we going?
ブルローネ。
Oh, we have to go back. My hometown, where I had left my loved ones. There were moments when I couldn't help but remember it, but I didn't think we'd ever return. You stared at me silently. Damn it. Damn it. Why would it be too dangerous? Oh, because of the mafia. You might be on our ass. Yeah. Because he's not in good terms with the mafioso down there. Are you hiding something? I wouldn't want to get him riled up, accusing him of anything. So let's just play it safe. It's too dangerous. Are you serious? I mean, I know you wouldn't say it for no reason, but it's too dangerous to go back there. Burlone was still ruled by the mafia. They couldn't have forgiven us for what happened. They'd never let Henri escape again. I remember that Emilio said that they weren't as angry as we thought they were. Can we really take him at his word? If you return, they won't let you go free. That was how the mafia was. I had spent all my life there and I had seen enough evidence of it.
心配しなくていい。必要な手は打ってある。
Wait, do they know what you look like? They know what I can't even talk. They know what the direttore looks like, but do they know what you look like? I guess so. What plan? I would need much more convincing than that.
身を隠し続けようにもいずれは限界が来る。君が言うように危険は伴うが、戻る必要があると受け入れてほしい。それに行かなければならない理由は他にもある。
What do you mean? Yeah, you're hiding shit too. Maybe I should have went with the other choice. After a slight hesitation, he searched my face as though to gauge my emotional state.
君はあの日、あの家にカードが残されていた
Oh, he's
こと
just
を
gonna
覚
tell
えてい
us.
るか？
Okay. Yes.
聞きたくないのなら聞かなくていい。だが、もし君が知りたいのなら。
Please tell me, Henri. I looked back at him without hesitation. I want to know.
わかった。あれを残した人間は私を呼んでいる。ブルローネに来いと。
Seeing that I was beginning to panic, Henri quickly spoke in the same steady voice.
誘いを無視し続ければ事態は悪化する。相手は強靭だ。手段を選ばない。
Yes, you better put your homeboy in check, Henri.
こちらが応じないと分かれば、私を呼ぶために常軌を逸した行動に出るだろう。あの家で起こったことのよう。
My mind showed me the house soaked in blood. It was difficult to recall any happiness we may have had there. Every memory was stained red.
見知らぬ人間の犠牲を避けたいなどと私に言う資格はないが、それでもあれの思うままに事を運ばせるのは危険だ。何より次に狙われる可能性が高いのは
Me? I felt something in his gaze, a hint of fear. Me?
あ、おそらくは向こうの目的が私なら、私のそばにいた君が誰より危険になる。
His eyes were still sunken from the ordeal, but they seemed to be full of conviction. I noticed something in the way he spoke about the possible suspect. Do you know who it was? Who left that card in the house?
予想はしている。
In that case, I need to ask once and for all. As dangerous as the Burlone Mafia was, I could not see them doing anything this horrific. However, they still had a reason to come after us, and they could kill us if they wanted to. Whoever took the children, wrong facing, I'm sorry. Whoever took the children, do you think they were with the mafia? Henri looked down with some regret, but his voice was neither angry nor sad.
彼らの殺し方ではないよ。
Thank goodness. I was relieved by his answer. Though I still harbored doubts about returning. Letter.
Dante、次の会合のことだけど、どうしたの？
手紙が届いた。
I handed the contents to Nicola. There were several sheets of paper and a blood-stained card.
続きはブルローネで。
What the fuck?
便箋の方に目を通してくれ。お前の意見が聞きたい。
正直、嫌な予感しかしないな。
So they might think it's Henri versus the real Sebastiano Gallier. If the mafia had it in their minds to do the same to Henri, I needed to stop it from happening. I couldn't allow another tragedy to happen. Henri and I took a train from France back to Italy. The journey was uneventful, and we approached Burlone without anyone in pursuit of us. Oof, going through the woods. There was only one road leading into town. We abandoned the car on the outskirts and walked into the forest on foot. After a while, I noticed something. Huh? This looks familiar. That's my voice crack. This place is...
私たちがブルローネを出た時に使った地下通路の出口だ。ここから町に向かう。
Do you think the other end is still blocked off by the rubble? This passageway connected to the casino, but the casino burned down that day.
問題ないよ。あらかじめ整備を頼んである。通れることも確認してもらった。
Okay, you still got some pull in this town. But who would...
君にはあまり話したことがなかったか。私はどんな頼みでも笑顔で引き受けてくれる知り合いがそれなりにいる。
I remembered. Henri was very good at winning people's hearts. To quote what I heard once from the mafia, he's a master manipulator. There must still be people who are drawn to him in some way. Then the telegram that you received at the hotel was from...
協力してくれる人間の手を借りた。君とあの家で暮らしている間にも何かが起きる可能性に備え、ブルローネの情報は定期的に伝えてもらっていた。
Okay. Still keeping tabs on it. Respect.
町に行くのは大抵が仕事絡みだったが、協力者に接触しに行くこともあったよ。
Occasion. I was surprised to find that he had completed his work early that day. If he was only picking up another report on Burlone, that would explain it. We descended the stone steps together. The path looked the same as I remembered.
行こう。
I took his hand and we went deeper into the underground passageway. This feels a little strange. Aria. Oh, let me read it first. I'm sorry, y'all. We were using a secret passage to return to Burlone, the same one we used to escape it. Secret passage. After Henri and the heroine escape the burning casino, Henri thinks about what happened as they travel through an underground passage. Let me go get that food in right now. Our footsteps echoed through the passage.
話しすぎたかもしれない。
I was astonished by the weight of my regret.
違う。本当は全てをさらけ出すべきだった。今さら隠したいとも思わないはずなのに。
And yet I still stopped midway. I was conscious that we were holding hands. She held my hand timidly at first, but now her grip was stronger, as if she would not let go.
私がどれだけ汚れているか話したから。触れるのも嫌になって当然なのに。
However, she told me otherwise. Despite my reservations, I held her. She could have become ill from the cold and her fatigue, perhaps even lost her life. I clung to the excuse that I had no choice. We spent time sitting together to rest. She asked me questions and I answered them.
泣かせてしまった。
I thought before that you lived probably... Fuck, read that wrong. I thought before that you probably lived alone all your life. I thought you hated the mafia because of all the suffering you went through. But I couldn't have been more wrong. I wasn't even close to understanding how much you've suffered. I'm so sorry, Henri. She cried while apologizing to me.
君は何も悪くないのに。
Well, then why did you tell her that? I had no right to tell her so, nor dry the tears she spilled. Okay. You keep on with this self-deprecation.
ただ伝えたかった。君のためにも理解してもらいたかっただけだ。私に生きる価値などない。見捨てるべきなのだと。
I had survived by cutting off my emotions, but seeing her cry awakened pain in my heart. If my past made Lily sad, she could block it from her mind and forget all about it. Forget about it all, rather. I was assailed by my own thoughts as we traveled down the seemingly endless passage. When the entrance was blocked by the rubble, I was unable to support her as she fell. Because I had hesitated in reaching out to her.
触れたくなかったからではなくて、彼女に私の汚れた手で触れてはいけないと思った。
Despite that, after we rested and set off again, I offered my hand to her. I only did so because her unsteady gait was worrisome.
心配か。私が今さら。
My own pathetic excuse was laughable.
それは違う。本当はきっと。彼女にただ触れたかった。
I could no longer resist the thought.
彼女を傷つけてしまったけれど、伝えられたのは良かったのかもしれない。
For her best interest as well as my own.
私のために泣いてくれた。
A sense of relief swept over my heart, not my head. The tears she shed for me seemed to be dull even the most painful memories of the past. For a little while longer, until the path ends, I hope I could continue to hold her hand. We walked through darkness toward the light. He led me through it in a similar way, even though he said it was painful to touch anyone. While we lived in France, there were a few times when he pulled away from me. I felt impelled to confirm something with him. Henri, are you sure you're okay with this?
ああ。
He looked down at our hands, as though the thought had just occurred to him. But he said nothing more on the subject, and continued on with me by his side.
カジノの残骸は今もまだ撤去されずに残っているらしい。通路の入り口は瓦礫で隠されている。見ただけではそれとわからないように細工してもらった。実際は少し押せば動くようになっている。それと君も覚えていると思うが。
Henri, who had been explaining things matter-of-factly, looked over with a slight smile.
この通路は長い。途中で休憩を取るから、疲れた時は遠慮せずに行ってほしい。
I will. Thank you, Henri. We walked on with only the sounds of our footsteps echoing through the passageway. It was half a day's walk, but we stopped along the way to take breaks from time to time. We finally reached the end after nearly a day. Damn. We moved the rubble aside and emerged inside the casino.
疲れただろう。もう少し歩けるかい？
Yes, I'll be fine. What will we do now? Just as he was about to respond.
やあ、久しぶりだね。二人とも。
Someone suddenly called out to us, and I nearly stopped breathing. Well, that's not good. We don't want that. I turned toward the voice to discover someone familiar waiting for us. Oh, I know this. Negotiation. Woo! I'm so good. French queen right here. I'm just kidding. All right, y'all. I know I'm an idiot. So yeah. Wow. What a start. Yeah. I am very curious as to continue on. But unfortunately, I have to get the day started. Have to get this video ready for y'all. Of course, you're going to be watching it on Monday, but I have to edit it. Have to put up some groceries because I picked up my food from outside. I have to put it up and get dinner ready for tonight. Ooh, we're going to have some nice thick pork chops and some Brussels sprouts. I think that's good. I might have a baked potato or baked sweet potato. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, y'all, that's going to do it for this video. I want to thank you all for joining in, tuning in with your girl. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, I expect some wild stuff to be happening in this chapter. I mean, shit, it kind of got wild as is. didn't yeah, it wasn't the direction I was anticipating. We'll say like that. So yeah, y'all. Um, thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate you. Um, yeah, y'all know my philosophy on this YouTube shit. I'm not gonna make the outro anything extra. But yeah, y'all know my philosophy. View what you wanna, do what you wanna, and I'll see you lovely lads, lassies, and legends in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care, take it easy, and peace.